The Rigveda hymn 4.41, Indra Varuna, 11 verses. What laud, O Indra Varuna, with oblation, hath like the immortal priest, who obtained your favor, hath our effectual laud, addressed with homage, touched you, O Indra Varuna, in spirit, he who with dainty food hath won you. Indra and Varuna, gods as his allies to friendship, slayeth the Vritras and his foes in battle, and through your mighty favors is made famous. Indra and Varuna are most liberal givers of treasure to the men who toil to serve them, when they as friends incline to friendship, honored with dainty food, delight in flowing soma. Indra and Varuna, ye hurl, O mighty, on him your strongest flashing bolt of thunder, who treats us ill, the robber and oppressor. Measure on him your overwhelming vigor. O Indra, Varuna, be ye the lovers of this my song, as steers who love the milch cow. Milk may it yield us as, gone forth to pasture, the great cow pouring out her 1,000 rivers, for fertile fields, for worthy sons and grandsons, for the sun's beauty, and for steer-like vigor. May Indra Varuna with gracious favors work marvels for us in the stress of battle, for you as princes, for your ancient kindness, good comrades of the men who seek for booty. We choose to us for the dear bond of friendship, most liberal heroes, bringing bliss like parents, showing their strength these hymns for grace. Free givers, I have gone to you, devoted as to battle, for glory have they gone, as milk to soma, to Indra Varuna, my thoughts and praises. To Indra and to Varuna, desirous of gaining wealth, have these my thoughts proceeded. They have come nigh to you as treasure lovers, like mares, fleet-footed, eager for the glory. May we ourselves be lords of enduring riches, of ample sustenance for car and homes. So may the twain who work with newest succors bring yoked teams hitherward to us in riches. Come with your mighty succors, O ye mighty, come Indra Varuna to us in battle. What time the flashing arrows play in combat, may we through you be winners in the contest. And an interesting side note is that in Al-Quran, the spoils of war are talked about as an fall extra. In 4.42, Indra Varuna, 10 verses. I am the royal ruler, mine is empire, as mine who sway all life, are all immortals. Varuna's will, the gods obey and follow. I am the king of men's most lofty cover. I am King Varuna. To me were given these first existing high celestial powers. Varuna's will, the gods obey and follow. I am the king of men's most lofty cover. I, Varuna, am Indra. In their greatness, these, the two wide, deep, fairly fashioned regions, these, the two world halves, have I, even as Vashtar, knowing all beings joined and held together. I made the flow the moisture shielding waters, and set the heaven firm in the scat of mortar. By Law, the son of Aditya, law observer, hath spread abroad the world in threefold measure. Heroes with noble horses, fain for battle, selected warriors call on me in combat. I, Indra Margovan, excite the conflict. I stir the dust, Lord of surpassing vigor. All this I did, the gods' own conquering power never impedeth me, whom none opposeth, when lauds and soma juice have made me joyful. Both the unbounded regions are affrighted. All beings know these deeds of thine. Thou tellest this unto Varuna, thou great disposer. Thou art renowned as having slain the Vritras. Thou madest flow the floods that were unobstructed. Our fathers then were these, the 7 his, what time the son of Durgaha was captive. For her they gained by sacrifice Trasadasyu, a demigod, like Indra, conquering foeman, the spouse of Purukutsa, gave oblations to you, O Indra Varuna, with homage. Then unto her he gave King Trasadasyu, the demigod, the slayer of foemen. May we, possessing much, delight in riches, gods and oblations, and the kine and pasture, and that milch cow who shrinks not from the milking, O Indra Varuna, give to us daily. And it's important to acknowledge the contributions of everybody. And it's important to realize, okay, they keep on talking about all these male heroes, right? But who bore them? Who supported them later in life? In 443, Athens, 7 verses. Who will hear who of those who merit worship, which of all gods take pleasure in our homage, on whose heart shall we lay this laud celestial, rich with fair offerings, dearest to immortals? Who will be gracious? Who will come most quickly of all the gods? Who will bring bliss most largely? What car do they call swift with rapid coursers? That which the daughter of the sun elected. So many days do ye come swiftly hither, as Indra to give help in stress of battle. Descended from the sky, divine strong pinioned, by which of all your powers are ye most mighty? What is the prayer that we should bring, O Athens, whereby ye come to us when invocated? Whether of you confronts e'en great betrayal, lovers of sweetness, Dasras, help and save us. In the wide space your chariot reacheth heaven. What time it turneth hither from the ocean, sweets from your sweet shall drop, lovers of sweetness. These have they dressed for you as dainty viands. Let Sindhu with his wave bedew your horses. In fiery glow have the red birds come hither. Observed of all was that your rapid going, whereby ye were the lords of Surya's daughter. Whene'er I gratified you, here together, your grace was given us. O ye rich in booty, protect ye twain, the singer of your praises. To you, Nasatyas, is my wish directed. And it's important to continually be one of those who are pleasing unto the spiritual realms. In 444, Athens 7. We will invoke this day your car far spreading, O Athens, even the gathering of the sunlight. Car praised in hymns most ample, rich in treasure, fitted with seats. The car that beareth Surya, Athens, ye gained that glory by your godhead, ye sons of heaven, by your own might and power. Food followeth close upon your bright appearing, when stately horses in your chariot draw you. Who bringeth you today for help with offered oblation, or with hymns to drink the juices? Who for the sacrifice's ancient lover turneth you hither, Athens, offering homage? Borne on your golden car, ye on the present, come to this sacrifice of ours. Nasatyas, drink of the pleasant liquor of the Soma, give riches to the people who adore you. Come hitherward to us from earth, from heaven, borne on your golden chariot, rolling lightly. Suffer not other worshippers to stay you here. Are ye bound by earlier bonds of friendship? Now for us both mete out, O wonder workers, riches exceeding great, with store of heroes, because the men have sent you praise, O Athens, and Ajum Ilhas. Come to the laudation. Whenever I gratified you here together, your grace was given us. O ye rich in booty, protect ye twain, the singer of your praises. To you, Nasatyas, is my wish directed. And as we invoke, as we evoke, it returns to us stronger. But as good as we may be at that, it's important to continue to work on directing that. In 4:45, Athens, 7 verses. Yonder goes up that light, your chariot is yoke that travels round upon the summit of this heaven. Within this car are stored 3 kindred shares of food, and a skin filled with meat is rustling as the fourth. Forth comes your viands, rich with store of pleasant meat, and cars and horses at the flushing of the dawn, stripping the covering from the surrounded gloom, and spreading through mid-air bright radiance like the sun. Drink of the meat with lips accustomed to the draught. Harness for the meat's sake the chariot that ye love. Refresh the way ye go. Refresh the paths with meat. Hither, O Athens, bring the skin that holds the meat. The swans ye have are friendly, rich in store of meat, gold-pinioned, strong to draw, awake at early morn, swimming the flood, exultant fain for draughts that cheer. Ye come like flies to our libations of the meat, well knowing solemn rites, and rich in meat, the fires sing to the morning Athens at the break of day, when with pure hands the prudent, energetic priest hath with the stones pressed out the soma rich in meat, the rays advancing nigh, chasing with day the gloom, spread through the firmament bright radiance like the sun, and the sun harnessing his horses goeth forth. Ye through your godlike nature let his paths be known. Devout in thought I have declared, O Athens, your chariot with good steeds which last forever, wherewith he travels swiftly through the regions to the prompt worshipper who brings oblation. And yeah, connecting these processes of consuming and the experience of consuming with the processes of nature, and comparing them to nature is important. In 4:46, Vayu, Indra, Vayu, 7 verses. Drink the best draught of soma juice, O Vayu, at our holy rites, for thou art he who drinketh first. Come, team drawn with thy 100 helps, with Indra seated in the car, Vayu, and drink your fill of juice. May steeds 1,000 bring you both, Indra and Vayu, hitherward, to drink the soma to the feast. For ye, O Indra, Vayu, mount the golden-seated car that aids the sacrifice that reaches heaven on far refulgent chariot. Come unto the man who offers gifts. Come, Indra, Vayu, hitherward. Here, Indra, Vayu, is the juice. Drink it accordant with the gods, within the giver's dwelling place. Hither, O Indra, Vayu, be your journey. Here, unyoke your steeds. Here for your draught of soma juice. In 4:47, Vayu, Indra, Vayu, 4 verses. Vayu the bright is offered thee, best of the meat at holy rites. Come thou to drink the soma juice, God longed for on thy team-drawn car. Vayu, thou and Indra are meat drinkers of these soma draughts. For unto you the drops proceed as waters gather to the vale. O Indra, Vayu, mighty twain speeding together, Lord's strength, come to our succor with your team, that ye may drink the soma juice. The longed-for teams which ye possess, O heroes for the worshipper, turn to us, Indra, Vayu, ye to whom the sacrifice is paid. And sacrifice implies a covenantal sort of relationship. And we gotta do good with that stage of love of God to really paint the cessation of anything else. In 4:48, Vayu, 5 verses. Taste. Offerings never tasted yet, as bards enjoy the foeman's wealth. O Vayu, on refulgent car, come to the drinking of the juice, removing curses, drawn by teams, with Indra seated by thy side. O Vayu, on refulgent car, come to the drinking of the juice. The 2 dark treasuries of wealth that wear all beauties wait on thee. O Vayu, on refulgent car, come to the drinking of the juice. May 99 harnessed steeds who yoke them at thy will bring thee. O value on refulgent car, come to the drinking of the juice. Harness a value to thy car 100 well-fed tawny steeds, yea, or 1,000 steeds, and let thy chariot come to us with might. And 9 and 90 as a way of implying there's something more. Hymn 449, Indra Brahaspate, 6 verses. Dear is this offering in your mouth, O Indra and Brahaspate. Famed is the laud, the gladdening draught. This lovely soma is effused, O Indra and Brahaspate, for you to drink it and rejoice. As soma drinkers to our house come, Indra and Brahaspate, and Indra to drink soma juice. Vouchsafe us riches 100-fold, O Indra and Brahaspate, with store of horses 1,000-fold, O Indra and Brahaspate. We call you when the meat is shed, with songs to drink the soma juice. Drink, Indra and Brahaspate, the soma in the giver's house. Delight yourselves abiding here. And the consciousness of which something is prepared can affect the others involved in it. Hymn 450, Brahaspate, 11 verses. Him who with might hath propped earth's ends, who sitteth in threefold seat, Brahaspate with thunder, him of the pleasant tongue, have ancient sages, deep-thinking holy singers set before them. Wild in their course, in well-marked wise rejoicing were they, Brahaspate who pressed around us. Preserve, Brahaspate, the stall uninjured, this company's reigning, ever-moving birthplace. Brahaspate, from thy remotest distance have they set down who love the law eternal. For thee were dug wells springing from the mountain, which, murmuring round about, pour streams of sweetness. Brahaspate, when first he had his being from mighty splendor in supremest heaven, strong with his sevenfold mouth, with noise of thunder, with his 7 rays, blew and dispersed the darkness. With a loud shouting band who sang his praises, with thunder he destroyed obstructive Vala. Brahaspate, thundering, drave forth the cattle, the lowing cows who make oblations ready. Serve we with sacrifices, gifts, and homage. Even thus, the steer of all the gods, the father, Brahaspate, may we be lords of riches, with noble progeny and store of heroes. Surely that king by power and might, heroic, hath made him lord of all his foes' possessions, who cherishes Brahaspate well tended, adorns and worships him as foremost sharer. In his own house he dwells in peace and comfort. To him, for ever holy food flows richly. To him the people with free will pay homage. The king with whom the Brahman hath precedence, he unopposed is master of the riches of his own subjects and of hostile people. The gods uphold that king with their protection, who helps the Brahman when he seeks his favor. Indra, Brahaspate, rainers of treasure, rejoicing at this sacrifice, drink the soma. Let the abundant drops sink deep within you. Vouchsafe us riches with full store of heroes. Brahaspate and Indra, make us prosper. May this be your benevolence to usward. Assist our holy thoughts, wake up our spirit, waken the hatred of our foe and rivals. And we think of both the revelation and the inspiration on one side, and that which is a proper reaction to it as a way of divinity you know wanting to be pleasing to us. Hymn 451, Dawn, 11 verses. Forth from the darkness in the region eastward, this most abundant splendid light hath mounted. Now verily the far refulgent mornings, daughters of heaven, bring welfare to the people. The richly colored dawns have mounted eastward like pillars planted at our sacrifices, and flushing far, splendid and purifying, unbarred the portals of the fold of darkness, dispelling gloom this day. The wealthy mornings urge liberal givers to present their treasures. In the unlightened depth of darkness, round them let niggard traffickers sleep unawakened. O goddess, is this your car, I ask you, ancient this day? Or is it new, ye mornings, wherewith rich dawns ye seek with wealth? Navagva, Dasagva, and Gira, the seven-toned singer, with horses harnessed by eternal order? Goddesses, swiftly round the worlds ye travel, arousing from the rest, O dawns, the sleeping, and all that lives, man, bird, and beast, to motion. Which among these is eldest, and where is she through whom they fixed the Rabuse's regulations? What time the splendid dawn go forth for splendor? They are not known apart, alike, unwasting. Blessed were these dawns of old, shining with succor, true with the truth that springs from holy order, with whom the toiling worshipper, by praises, hymning, and lauding, soon attained to riches. Hither from eastward, all at once, they travel from one place, spreading in the self-same manner. Awaking from the seat of holy order, the godlike dawns come nigh like troops of cattle. Thus they go forth with undiminished colors, these mornings, similar in self-same fashion, concealing the gigantic might of darkness with radiant bodies, bright and pure and shining. O goddesses, O heaven's refulgent daughters, bestow upon us wealth with store of children. As from our pleasant place of rest ye rouse us, may we be masters of heroic vigor, well skilled in lore of sacrifice. Ye daughters of heaven, refulgent dawns, I thus address you. May we be glorious among the people. May heaven vouchsafe us this, and earth the goddess. And whether it's lawful or unlawful things that are being, what we're doing business with or what other people are doing business with, there is this tendency to be stingy rather than sure that they're getting their quality or the amount. It's better to put a slight a bit over than under. The Quran talks about the mean defrauders. In 452, Dawn, 7 verses. This lady, giver of delight, after her sister shining forth, daughter of heaven, hath shown herself, unfailing mother of the kine. In color, like a bright red mare, the dawn became the aspen's friend. Yea, and thou art the aspen's friend, the mother of the kine art thou. O dawn, thou rulest over wealth, thinking of thee, O joyous one, as her who driveth hate away. We woke to meet thee with our lauds. Our eyes behold thy blessed rays, like troops of cattle loosed to feed. Dawn hath filled full the wide expanse. When thou hast filled it, fulgent one, thou layest bare the gloom with light. After thy nature ate us, dawn, thou overspreadest heaven with rays, the dear wide region of mid-air, with thy bright shining luster, dawn. And one of the things is to focus on the good or the light, or however you're going to phrase it, that's there, and then the discontent with the other isn't there. And sometimes it does actually remove it. But Hymn 453, Savitar, 7 verses. Of Savitar, the god, the sapient Asura, we crave this great gift which is worthy of our choice, wherewith he freely grants his worshipper defense. This, with his rays, the great god hath vouchsafed to us, sustainer of the heaven, glory, Lord of the whole world's life. The sage he putteth on his golden-colored mail, clear-sighted, spreading far, filling the spacious realm, Savitar hath brought forth bliss that deserveth laud. He hath filled full the regions of the heaven and earth. The God for his own strengthening waketh up the hymn. Savitar hath stretched out his arms to cherish life, producing with his rays and lulling all that moves, lightening all living creatures, ne'er to be deceived. Savitar God protects each holy ordinance. He hath stretched out his arms to all the folk of earth, and with his laws observed rules his own mighty course. Savitar thrice surrounding with his mightiness mid-air, three regions and the triple sphere of light, sets the three heavens in motion, and the threefold earth, and willingly protects us with his triple law. Most gracious God, who brings to life and lulls to rest, he who controls the world, what moves not and what moves. May he vouchsafe us shelter, Savitar the God for tranquil life, with triple bar against distress. With the year's seasons hath Savitar God come nigh. May he prosper our home, give food and noble sons. May he invigorate us through the days and nights, and may he send us opulence with progeny. And we can think of the three seasons in some places. There's, well, because some places would actually have three seasons. They would have the rainy season, they'd have the hot season, and they have the season that's cool and, maybe you can grow things. I don't know of any area that operates different than that would have three seasons. But both subjectively and objectively, the here and the hereafter, the close world, the rest of the heavens, we can say that there are three types of created beings: the light beings, the fire beings, and the clay beings. There's a bunch of other things that we can look at, right? In 4.54, Savitar, 6 verses. Now must we praise and honor Savitar the God. At this time of the day the men must call to him who distributes wealth to Manu's progeny, that he may grant us here riches most excellent. For thou at first producest for the holy gods the noblest of all portions, immortality. Thereafter as a gift to men, O Savitar, thou openest existence, life succeeding life. If we, men as we are, have sinned against the gods through want of thought, in weakness or through insolence, absolve us from the guilt and make us free from sin, O Savitar, alike among both gods and men. None may impede that power of Savitar the God, whereby he will maintain the universal world. What the fair-fingered God brings forth on earth's expanse are in the height of heaven. That work of his stands sure. To lofty hills thou sendest those whom Indra leads, and givest fixed abodes with houses unto these. However they may fly and draw themselves apart, still, Savitar, they stand, obeying thy behest. May the libations poured to thee thrice daily, day after day, O Savitar, bring us blessing. May Indra, heaven, earth, Sindhu with the waters, Aditya with Adityas, give us shelter. And let us remember that there are universal aspects of existence and experience shared, you can say, and there are particular ones.